is Joshua Emega, and I'm privileged to be the team lead for the Diaspora-Supported literacy project. In this cohort 1, we admitted 27 participants. Most of the persons you are seeing here were picked from underserved communities. We have people from Bosa, Keti, Magbansiawa, from Gwakwe, all of them together in cohort 1. And the major reason we are having them here, we know that employment opportunities in Nigeria right now is very low. It's very, very low. And one of the things we're working on is to empower people. And one of the things we've done in this cohort with our partner, Friends of Nigeria in Europe, is to empower these young Nigerians with not just how to use the computer, but also give them a digital skill. In fact, our stakeholders are, when we started this cohort 1, most of the persons here did not even know where the power button is on the laptop, because they've not been privileged to either have access to a laptop or even use one all their lives. Quickly, I'll just make some brief introduction before we go deeply into why we are here. Again, can we give a round of applause for our stakeholders? You may not know them, but when I introduce them and you know the caliber of persons to see you today, you will really appreciate what we are doing in our Villa Grand Nigeria initiative. Without wasting time, I want to introduce Mr. Hakim Abdul Hakim. He's a staff of the SGF office, Secretary of Federation. And again, I also want to introduce someone. I know one of the things we've done to our students here is to make them not believe where they are coming from as the highest point they can achieve or they can never get in their life. We inspire them to make them know that persons who are making it in life right now came from those poor villages. And I know some of them have great visions. This person I want to introduce now did not just think about it, he did it. Right? He's someone who is pioneering the new gem of real estate in Nigeria. And not just real estate, anything about housing, roofing, is a principality in that field. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce the CEO, Dcldsp. And again, the first time I met this man, I was swept off my feet. Not just because of his eloquence, but majorly because of his intelligence. And if you know someone who has a good knack for fashion, he's the right man. Not just fashion, but the right pairs of shoes. He does not just know the shoes, he knows them by the name of the model of those shoes. He's extremely intelligent. Former Director of Press to DSGF, Mr. Sheldon. Thank you so much. And again, I also want to introduce one of us, right? She's our lead strategist, very intelligent, smart. Because when I come to this meeting or to our Monday meeting and put pressure on you and say you must know this thing, it's because somebody is plugging in the everything. Ladies and gentlemen, without more than let's welcome Mrs. of their game move away. This strategist, you are ready. Thank you so much. And again, I want to introduce someone that is also dear to my heart. I met him when I was working in this company as an IT student. And since then, I've gone for several meetings with him. In fact, when you hear me, for those persons that have seen me in Zoom meetings, online meetings, make some statements, my eloquence in meetings, I picked it from him. And one of the things I love about this person I want to introduce right now is that he is very good under pressure. When everywhere is tense, don't know what to do, or he's up to anything, just call him. He's the right man for the job. Without wasting, let's welcome Mr. Onyeka Onre, Director of Timely Construction. And again, I want to introduce someone to us. The only reason we are here today is because somebody saw ahead, right? We are working with somebody's vision, meaning that we need to learn how to train. For me, he's not just a boss, he's a mentor, he's a father, he's someone that has inspired me greatly. And everyone right here has something they picked from the way he has led us. Ladies and gentlemen, the round of applause, the convener of Rediscovering, Mr. in the Bible, scripture says that in the multitude of counsel, there's safety. What that means is, if you have many persons advising you, it means you know good left. And I will never forget my life, 2013. And Ella told me something. He said, if you hear word, you will not get lost. Ladies and gentlemen, this person I want to introduce is not just helping a strategic community only, but he's pioneering the new chain of logistics business in Nigeria. Logistics business is one of the many things he does. We just know him as logistics. But he's a guru when it comes to business. And I was fascinated one day when I knew he's still learning. Imagine someone who has got to a very high level of excellence, but still going to school. That's so humbling. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairman, advisory committee on training and programming of Sir and he's not here alone, he's here with his friend. I'll give you a round of applause. So quickly, we want the students to show you what I've got in done thus far. I now mentioned that some of them came to this cohort not knowing how, they don't even know where the power was in the laptop. They never had access to it. But during the course of our training, we took them through a 3-month training. They were writing their exam on Thursday. The first part of the training was digital computer literacy. We wanted them to understand how to use Microsoft Word, Excel sheets, and other parts of the computer. And then we discovered that we don't want to end up as secretaries. We need to empower you. So we took them through different classes. We had graphic design, software development, and data analysis. So the persons you are seeing here are from those different classes. And each class will do just a quick presentation of what they've been able to achieve thus far within a short period of time. Thank you so much. Graphic design, over to you. And I think stakeholders would also love to meet us one-on-one quickly before we go deep down into graphic design. Don't worry. So, just tell us your name and the community you are from. When you are done, just pass the mic to the next person. Thank you. Just put it.
My name is Andy Faith. I'm from Bosa community.
So add what you are learning to it. So there are 3 things.
I'm learning graphic design.
My name is John. I am from Bosa community. I'm learning graphic design and
My name is Rediscovering. I'm from Bosa community and I'm learning graphic design and branding.
My name is Abu Isaac. I'm from Bosa community. I'm learning graphic design and branding.
My name is Musa Lobina. I'm from KC community. I'm learning data analysis.
My name is Passion Information. I'm from Patriotic State. I'm learning.
My name is Alai Francis. I'm from Kids Community. I'm learning software development.
My name is Ari Precious. I'm from Diaspora community and I'm learning graphic design and branding.
My name is Elizabeth Akabusin from Apo community and I'm learning data analysis.
My name is Mike Elicha from the Ruby community and I'm learning graphic design and branding.
Good morning all. My name is Musa Abdullahi. I'm learning data analysis. I'm from Baupe community, a wild community here in Kuje area council.
My name is Kiwa Sunday Gejere from Baupe community. I'm learning software development.
My name is Matthew Wilson. I'm from Gosa community. I am learning graphic design.
My name is Deborah Ojuade and I'm from Angwasewa community. I'm learning software development.
My name is Rosemary Chukwu and I'm from Bosa community and I'm learning graphic design and branding.
My name is Zainab Josiah. I'm from Amasa community and I'm learning graphic design.
My name is Ojole Favour. I'm from Agoshawa community. I'm learning data analysis.
Thank you, sir. So graphic design, take over to you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. We the members of graphic design class are here to present all we have learned during our training under the Diaspora-Supported Computer Literacy and Digital Skill Program. Presenting is me, I'm your faith, and my co-presenter.
John Chidelu.
Now, we'll be looking at the introduction of graphic design. Many people hear about graphic design but don't really know what graphic design is all about. So here this morning, I'm here to make you understand what graphic design is really all about. So what's graphic design? Graphic design is the art and practice of creating visual content to communicate ideas, messages, and information effectively. Design comprises of elements such as typography, images, colors, and illustration. So without all these elements, you can't create a design, just like we have ingredients while cooking. Graphic design has several fields and areas, which are brand identity. Brand identity design helps organizations and companies create their identity by creating logos, brand colors, and visual guidelines for organization. We have advertising and marketing design. Advertising and marketing design help people advertise their products and services by designing posters, flyers, and billboards. We have web design. Web design, creating visual appearance and layout of websites. Every website has images, colors, and text, and all these are done by graphic design. We have user interface design. User interface design for websites, mobile apps, and software to improve user experience. All these are done with the help of graphic design. We have the importance of graphic design. Graphic design improves communication. It makes information easier to understand and remember by presenting it visually. So people understand illustration and images more than just ordinary text. We have build brand identity. Graphic design has made organizations and companies bring up their own brand identity by helping them create logos, their brand colors, attract attention. When a design is well done, it definitely attracts attention. But you cannot just carry pen and write on a paper and place it on the wall to expect attention. But if you design something, add colors and images and make it beautiful, even someone passing from a far place would like to go closer and take a look at it, so it's attracting attention. We have enhanced marketing and advertising. Graphic design helps people advertise their products and services very well. It makes it more easier for people to advertise their services. Moving on, I have my book.
Alright, looking at this design, this is a design given to me as the initial design for on the left hand side. So at the right hand side there is the replicated design. So on me replicating this design, I have to understand what we call design principle. So on design principles, you have to understand the way things are being positioned, the way elements are being positioned, the way the shapes are being positioned, the way the images are being positioned. So the typography is the headline there, is being used as a hierarchy, which means someone from afar can notice what's written there. So the image and the shapes are the elements, the colors are elements, the typographies are also elements which are used in designing this flyer. We cannot understand the element and the principles. We can't design this perfectly. So at the right hand side is the replicated design. You have to understand the way the color are being faded, the way they use their color. If you notice at the center, the color is more brighter, which is what we call contrast. You notice on the shapes is well positioned, which is left alignment. And if you notice the image there is positioned at the right hand side. So if you notice on top, the hierarchy, which is the text, which is enjoying on time, saying, delivery, experience, is more positioned on the top. So on this design now, you can see on my replication, there's nothing different with what is here. So moving on to the next design, the same action is being asked here, which is alignment, center alignment, and the color blending, which is contrast. On my design, I have to understand the shape and the elements which is used on this design, on this initial design, to replicate the other one at the right hand side there. So moving on to the next, on what I have learned so far on the graphic design, I have come up with this design of what I have learned. To make this is my own design. I designed this and it is called a medical health center. This, I do not just design this just for design sake. I designed it to showcase awareness, to make people know this is a flyer for a medical center. To showcase what is being done by the medical. To know things and things which they use or what they make use of there. So, on this case, I would like to call my next speaker.
My name is Maria Desire and I'm from Rediscovering. So this is a strong perfume brand, and this design uses a bold geometric shapes and contrast that communicates energy and confidence. So we are giving the initial design to replicate it. And firstly, I would like to say before creating any design, you need to understand the principles of design. What is principles of design? Principles of design are rules that guide a designer when creating any design. And on this design, I made use of my hierarchy. What is hierarchy? Hierarchy is the arrangement and organizing of elements in a design. So as you can see here, the shapes are well arranged. The text is not scattered, it's well arranged. That is hierarchy. And the way it is very organized, like the way the initial design is. So it's hierarchy. Then the second principles of design are used in that design. In that design is repetition. Repetition is the continual use of shapes and colors in the design. As you can see here, the colors is repeated because I used blue on the background, and I also used blue, one of the shapes here, and sky blue. And then I used the repetition of shapes too, where it was repeated like 3 times here. So the principles of repetition was used. Third is contrast. What is contrast? Contrast is putting aside different elements in a design to make it stand out. Now, as you can see here, there is a shape that has red color. It's different from them all. There's also a shape that has white color. It's also different. That is contrast. It makes it stand out. It makes it different. That's contrast. And now, I made use of alignment. What is alignment? Alignment is putting everything in place, in order. That is alignment. And I also made use of the center. They have different types of alignment. Right alignment, left alignment, and center alignment. I made use of my right alignment, which is the one that the sentence that states "smell like a good decision." That is right alignment. I also made use of center alignment. The storm at the top of the image is center alignment. Everything is at the middle. I also made use of center alignment in the image. As you can see, the image 2 is at the middle. And I'm moving on to my next design. Now, of course, what comes to your mind is this one did not have any initial design. Before creating a design, you need to understand a brief. I was given a brief to be able to come up with this design. Now, if you look at this here, this is also a flyer, but it does not communicate what is actually happening here. It does not give a clear insight on what is actually happening. So our instructors asked us to bring up with something, bring up with a flyer out of this brief. Now, what is a brief? A brief is description. A brief is description, and a brief is description, and a brief is description you need in a design. Ideas you need before creating a design. Now we are giving a brief. The shapes, the colors, the icons, the reformers assembly, the location, all these falls under a brief. Second step you need before creating a design is for you to go on research. Before creating a design, you need to go online, make research. Research are inspirations you need before creating any design. Now we went online, got research, and that was how we came up with our design. The third step you need is your mood board. Before creating any design, you need your mood board. All your inspirations you got online, you put them in a mood board. Your mood board is placed at the left-hand side in your Corel Draw. So you'll be able to, so it will give you ideas on what you're doing. Then, lastly, the principles of design used in this flyer is number 1, hierarchy. What is hierarchy? As I stated earlier, hierarchy is the organizing and arrangement of text to create a visual content of text in a design. To create a visual content. Visual content is the keyword. From afar, looking at the text, you will see the reformers assembly. Looking at the text, you will see the reformers assembly from afar. So it gives a clear vision on what you are doing. So over here is other similar designs. Now, if you look at the previous design, it does not indicate the vibes and energy we need, because when we created that design, our instructors had to correct us on what to do. It was not giving the real feeling of what we needed, so we had to recreate it again. And this was what we came out with. I used my alignment principles. Everything here is center aligned. I made use of shapes, elements of shapes. The shapes here is also designed. So over here is due to what I've learned in graphic design, I came up with this design. It's a campaign flyer. Graphic design make flyers for politicians to create awareness and recognition. So I came up with this design and I made use of my alignment principles and also my hierarchy principles, and the colors, the shapes are my elements of designs too.
Conclusion: graphic design is an essential tool for effective communication, help business and organization build strong identity, attract attention, enhance marketing efforts, and present information in a clear, engaging, and memorable way. Thank you.
Software, just one person presenting for 5 minutes. Thank you so much, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Like we earlier mentioned, for the design team, they came in not knowing anything, and then you were able to produce this result and many more. And I know one of their projects is doing a full branding for a logistic company with Urni logistics as a case study. So we look forward to that presentation. move during the hackathon. Thank you. Software team, are we ready?
Good morning, Mr. Honor. Good morning, my fellow students. I, by the name of Urni Nigeria. I'm here to present one of the projects we have done in our software development. In our software development, we're able to build one of the studio that is into the branding. This studio that we built so far, when you look at any website that you build, the first things you see is nav. So which consists of logo and the nav link. If you can see, the first things at top is Loose Studio, while we have a nav link by the right, which is home, about, services, and then the contact. So in this page that we built is a landing page. It's landing page we built, and what we use to build this landing page is HTML and CSS. So HTML is to structure the website, while CSS is to style the website, and that's what we do here so far. If you look at it in this page, in any first section in website, we call it a hero page. So this is hero page they are seeing now, and this hero page, as I've explained so far, we have number, then we have this hero section. So, and to make this page beauty, there is things we need to use. There are some tag we need to use, which we use. That is in navbar we use display flex. That is to make the logo and then the nav link to be in a line. Then we also use space between to separate between logo and then the nav link. So then we also have image. Then after the image we have the text box, which contains the image experiences that it delivers. So, and this text box, there is a border radio, which we use a one-piece border radio. So, in the second section, what I want us to understand in coding, that is, when you are using more than one div in a coding, and that's in a section. So it always comes in this display block. That it comes in row as you are typing, as you are coding. So to achieve this, to achieve this page, we have to use a display flex. That is to make the image tag to be at the left, and then to make the text tag to be at right. So, and also we have to use what we call flex direction. That is to make the text that's flex direction. Sorry, flex direction end to make the text be at the bottom. Then to make this text to encourage, that is to come towards the image, we have to use a margin margin right to make the text to move towards the image. So, and this text, as I've said earlier, this web page we designed called landing page is meant for branding. So, and if you look at this text, it's telling us this history of the company. That is the text. So we also have another section, cooperation and all. So you can see what the companies that will build into doing. So the same method we use in this second section, we use it in third section, and we have to give the gap. If you look at the images, you see that there is gap in between. So these are the method we use. So in the nav bar, you see the logo and then the nav link. Also, we have to bring this nav link at the bottom. That is, when you are in the page, you are not need to go up again. So if you want to know about, you just click at that page instead of you to scroll to the first hero page. We are assuming that maybe these pages are up to 20. So it will be a stress for you to scroll down again. So you can just click there then and get what you want to get there. So this is one of the projects we have done so in our software development. Thank you so much.
Can we give software development a sound round of applause? Graphic design, please take your seat. So these persons again, coding is even more intense. I remember at a point, this particular young man was frustrated because the letters were dancing, but with more time given to them, we're able to produce something like this. And we know that as we give them more attention, they will produce more results. Are we ready?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Odra Lebego from Data Analysis Class. I'm the representation of the Data Analysis Class. First, I would like to define data analysis. Data analysis is the process of cleaning, collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting data to support decision making. As we say in our dashboard, these are our dashboards. Before we go to this page, we have to put the data. From data, we have to use pivot table. From pivot table, we got our KPI, which is key performance indicator. From there, we got our charts, which is any chart. These are table. From our table, we come to pivot table. We come to pivot table. These are pivot table where we got our chart and our KPI. These are our KPI, which is shown on our dashboard below. And for the logo, we are talking about banking operation and financial performance dashboard. So we can know the company we are analyzing data for. So we have to put the logo of the company. Slider, this is what they call slider, just to filter the transaction by branch, monthly transaction trend, and transaction so forth. We have that, then we have the chart. It helps us to know the total amount sales by month, by region, by branch, and loan status. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So for them, they analyze the data to advise companies on the right steps to take. So the data they have right here is a commercial company, and this is something that individually they've been working on. And this they have a major project which is they are analyzing. I think one thing is analyzing data for INEC as their capsule project. Another thing is analyzing for the financial sector to be able to advise. And we look forward to that presentation. So these are the 3 courses we have offered for cohort 1, and the presentation that we just watched were from some persons in those classes. We are really excited because we wouldn't have achieved this if not for the support of our stakeholders, giving us financial support, their advice, their counsel, and even their time. For us, having you here today is a major milestone for us to even see what we've done thus far. And we would love to really hear from our stakeholders with regards to what has been done, and then just to hear and inspire these young ones. And just for the record, we are not just teaching them digital skill. In between the courses, in the morning, we teach them about patriotism, about leadership, about how to believe in their country, and as a person not to give up. And then we show them clips to also inspire them, because this vision our boss as Urni told us about how he came to Abuja, staying in uncompleted building. Now imagine someone who at his first time in Abuja live in uncompleted building and manage something like this. So we have to inspire them, to tell them that regardless of where you are staying right now, you can be the next person training different cohorts in digital skill. So we really love to hear from our stakeholders. How many round of applause, please?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, students. Yes, my name is Dcldsp. I sincerely want to encourage you in what you are doing. I want to encourage you that anytime you have opportunity for something like this, you should keep it up. You should take the opportunity with your full chest and make sure you learn something about it. Because we are in time and age of computer age, whereby anything you need, you have to know how to operate computer. In my office, you cannot be employed if you don't know computer, if you're not computer literate. That is how important knowing computer is, because the world has moved to another stage. I want to tell you a little story about myself. I want to encourage you that at any stage you see yourself, don't give up. Wherever you are, if you have a goal, if you have determination of moving to the next stage, nothing can stop you. There is nothing like I came from disadvantaged family. There is nothing like nobody trained me in school. If you make up your mind today that this is where you want to be in future, this is where you want to be, nothing will ever stop you. I remember coming to Abuja as a graduate, served, and there was no work. But I made up my mind that I was not going to be an ordinary person, I was not going to be nobody. I started selling books, motivational books. I hawked books in this land of Abuja. But one thing I kept in my mind is that whatever you find yourself doing, do it very well. The way I sold the books, I was making money then more than people that were working in some offices. Because when you open any book you buy from me, what you will see there is one book, 1 month, and I'll put in my number. And I read a lot of those books. So when I meet people, I know what they want. I will tell them this book can help you. If they are in business, I will tell them the books that can help them. They will buy the books from me, and before you know, they will call me for other books and all that. And as the time went, I got some other thing that I wanted to do. I ran into people that are dealing on roofs. Okay? I want to tell you a little about myself. So because I've read these books very well, I joined their selling teams, the marketers. What did I do? I went to the manager, he was buying a lot of books from me to train his team. I told him that, sir, I can do this your team are doing, and I know I can do it very well. He said, yes. It's a Nigerian but UK citizen. Yes, you can do it. If you can sell books, and I heard you sold books and bought car, you can do it. That was how I got the job, to be a marketer. They don't pay us, it's any day you close, you make your commission. And I took that opportunity. And I did it, and I did it very well. I learned from the best in the company. I targeted and I want to be the best marketer of that company. Give it 1, 2, 3, the third year I became the best marketer of the company. So I want to encourage you, any opportunity you have to learn anything, take it very serious, because you don't know where it will lead you to. Any opportunity you have to grab any knowledge, don't allow it to slip your hand. I want to say keep it up and have it at the back of your mind, always at your fingertip, that whatever you determine to be, nothing can stop you. Don't look at where you are coming from, look at where you're going. Okay? Nothing can stop you to where you are going to. Thank you.
Can we give CEO Jeff with the round of applause, please? We would love to hear from Chairman of the Committee, Service. Thank you.
Good afternoon, gentlemen and ladies. Good afternoon, students. This is very amazing, right? Because it's something that started like a joke. I remember we sat down one small corner in my office to discuss this and how we're going to run it. That day, a lot of ideas came up. Where are we going to pick the students from? Who are our target audience? How are we going to make it look very genuine? But at the end of it all, we were able to come up with this model. Let's go to the communities. Let's meet the chiefs. Let them tell us who are their best within the communities and those who do not have the opportunity to have access to this kind of thing. And today, this is the result. Honestly, I am very, very, very impressed. Kudos to the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. And congratulations to the first cohort of this program. You guys don't know what you have enjoyed or what you are enjoying right now, right? And I am sure that you're going to get a lot from here. So please, don't think that it ends in this room or in the academic block of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. Take this to the next level. Our aim is to make sure that we fix you guys into different organizations for internship after here. That is our target, and we will try our best to make sure that that happens, right? But then, don't sit back and wait for it to happen. Do something on your own. My friend and brother here has just said it all. The sky is your stepping stone. It is not your limit. Okay? All of us have our stories. He has just given you a little bit of his story now. If you see him sitting handsomely like this today, you will say, this man was born with a golden spoon. He never touched sand before in his life. But you've heard where he's coming from. If I give you a little bit of my own story, you will shout. Me standing here today as the chairman of the advisory committee of Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative and the CEO of Econet Logistics Services Limited and several other things that I manage. I came to this Abuja 26 years ago in a truck, right? All the way from Lagos. We stayed 3 days on the road before I got here. I never knew anybody here. No father, no mother, no brother, no sister, nobody at all. I just followed one of our truck drivers in Lagos and he brought me to Abuja, and that was how life started. The rest is story. Let's begin at that. So, gentlemen and ladies, you have started something that will take you to a very great height in life. Some of you someday will start the way I am standing here today, or in bigger podiums to speak about how life started for you. I am seeing that already happening. The presenters here did so well. They did not just present what they have done, but they were able to show us that they can actually stand in front of the public and do a presentation. And that is one of the most difficult things that anybody, no matter how well read you are, that is one of the most difficult things that you can face in life. To stand in front of the public, even if there are just 3 or 4 people, you stand, you're able to make a presentation, you are eloquent, people understood what you are trying to communicate. That is one of the most important tools that you will have to succeed in life. So please, keep it up and don't take it for granted. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You will be top president from coming to Abuja to truck. It's not even nice truck. That one is 9 days and morning. And now he's impacting life through his community. I want to give you a round of applause. Then again, we love to get reaction from Sir Sheldon. I'll give you a round of applause.
Where you are here, don't take it for granted. I'll say something to you briefly. I give God all the glory for giving an opportunity in my life to meet a guy who I'm much, much older than, but have been a pathfinder for me. Please, a round of applause for doing that. I met him a couple of years ago. Little did I know that this man was carrying an unusual vision that I'll be part of in my life. And I'll say something to you this afternoon. I was in my bathroom this morning and something just popped on my head. One teaching that has been going on for some time in my church is about vision. And you know, the caption for the month is I am a child of destiny. And everybody is a child of destiny. I want to say that to you today. And I look back at it and what have they been teaching? They've been teaching about vision. I remember 1995. Apparently 1995. I got a scholarship a year before to go to University of Leeds in England to study international communications. I got everything set. Unfortunately, I fell sick to the point that I almost lost the scholarship, better I lost it, and I was sick to the point of death. Okay? But one thing came to me, and the word that came to me at that time was in the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, from verse 1 to 3. It said, write the vision, make it plain, that he that will come with it. And you know, when you write it and make it plain, it will be easier for you to read. Anytime you get to look at Habakkuk chapter 2, 1 to 3, he said, for the vision is for an appointed time. Even though it tarries, it's a hold up for it will speak. I want to speak to your life. You have got an opportunity today that you are not supposed to joke with. You need to be intentional about life. You need to be deliberate about life. You have been given an opportunity. You need to build a water. You have been given. And I tell you one thing, there is nothing like sky is the limit. Like he said, sky is where you're going to start from. One thing I want to say to you again, please, don't ever look at your background. Don't look at where you are coming from. Let me tell you, if you hear these stories of people who have made success in life, they will not come with silver spoon in their mouth. Are you getting me? People who made great success in life, you heard about MKO, who never became Nigerian president, but that's the only Nigerian president that we never had. You know what? He was from the very, very poor of the poor. But you see what God made of his life. So I want to speak to all of you. Please, environment to a large extent will decide or determine how far you can go. But with intentionality and deliberateness, you can rise above your environment. You will succeed by the grace of God. Amen. Can I hear that? Amen. Yeah? You will not succeed. So please, don't bother about your background. Don't look at yourself small. President said something here, and my brother said something, that you were able to even carry the microphone to stand before the people and speak. Shows something very great about you. You have only come here to learn what we were taught, but you have been able to learn some skill again. But what I want to say to you finally is that, irrespective of whatever you are taking away from here, please make sure you are confident about what you are doing. Once you have mastered what you are doing, you know it well. You know what he says? He says, "Fear thou a man that is diligent in his business." He says, "Shall appear before kings, shall not appear before men." If you decide to build yourself, I can tell you for free, you are going to fly. Do you believe that? Yes. You will all fly. Please make me a small reference. This gentleman sitting at the back here used to be my staff when I was in government. I left the government as a director, but that's not the point. But the truth of the matter is, I saw this young man, and when I saw something about him, I saw that people were sitting around him, around him, but they were not doing what he could deliver. And some people get angry with me, and I was just playing with this man and moving around with him. But what I saw, he never failed me. And I kept telling him, I said, you're going somewhere, irrespective of where you are. I had an experience, sometimes I was called. I was working in the office of NSA, doing a project, and one big man, a king, who was formerly a governor, became a king. And the man was paying a visit in the SGF, and they were going to do a talk. And they were looking for director of information. Let director of information come and speak here. When he called me, I said, they told me here that there are undersecretaries and the government of America in this place, so that I can't step out of here. To try it, that something will happen to me, I can't step here. So, sir, go and speak to the people there. Go and shout. And to the glory of God, this gentleman, in spite of all the degrees that are sitting down there, the man went there to speak. You know, today he's speaking for him. You will go far, my brother. So I'm saying the same thing to all of you here. The fact that you are having this opportunity, please take advantage of it and don't stop at what the Lord will taught here. Build on what you have and you will go far. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. We are deeply grateful, for your advice since we've been in the inception. Even before I knew you, the musician there, talks about we are extremely elated on how you helped us also. Thank you so much, sir. We would love to get a reaction from Mr. Dcldsp. He's our boss. We just want him to. Can we give him a round of applause? I know some of you have been asking, who is this person? This is the man. Thank
you very much, everyone. We're here to talk about Nigeria, and I have people, they said, when you know people who are at your back and are moving forward, you have confidence that you will not fall. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for my president, Chrisley, and my father, anyway, Mr. Shehu. Thank you for coming, and Najib, thank you for coming, and thank you for coming too. You know, the idea of building and growing Nigeria is that if Nigeria is going to be great, we're going to take up from Nigeria and make it great. You know, nobody's going to come from anywhere to come and make it happen. If you are get of all the country that succeed, somebody from the system rise up and make things work. So what we are here today is to continue to help ourselves to grow, so that by the nature one of us has the opportunity to become governor, to become minister, to become president tomorrow, who can be able to implement what we can help this nation. Nobody is going to come from heaven to come and be. God has given us wisdom, just like what my father said. God has given us wisdom, God has given us vision, God has given us idea. You see somebody come 3 days spent from Lagos to Abuja, but today God has turned him around. So God can also use it to turn Nigeria around. We don't know who it's going to be. I want to use the opportunity to thank everyone for making this happen. Without you, this thing would have not happened. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are done. We would love to take group pictures with the team downstairs. Stretch it further to make sure that this quad one is fit for the master's use, if I should use that one. So we look forward to having our graphics team brand Giants Feed, Urni Logistics, SGF. Every one of us that we had our stakeholders protected from not on the floor, under the ground, because there was no hope, and they were able to come up, and they are now employers of labor, impacting life. It means that it's possible for you, it's possible for them. Right? So we want to really say thank you for, do you have this here, for them to spend their time to come to this event today. In our Nigeria, we have 3 strategies: time, resources, and access, and they're giving everything to us. How many around the Thank you so much. So can we just quickly rise and then we'll sing national prayer and go downstairs for a group picture. To be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve in the prayer of God's strength, to defend our needs, and uphold our honor and glory to serve God. Mobile and Prime Nigeria Initiative. To serve in Nigeria by Nigerians.
Good day, sir. Good to meet you, sir. So we'd like to ask you one question. What do you think about the initiative?
First of all, I will have to say kudos to the Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative. Then that word initiative in their name is actually very wonderful. And for them to have come up with this initiative is awesome. It's something that everybody in Nigeria, even outside Nigeria, will cherish. The initiative is a wonderful one. It's a beautiful one. It's something that can create strong and big leaders tomorrow for our country. You know, everybody is clamoring for a better Nigeria, better Nigeria. But better Nigeria will not just come from heaven. We have to start from somewhere to create a better Nigeria. And this initiative is one of those ideas that will help make a better Nigeria. Imagine these young men and women here today. By the time they graduate from this place and they go into the world to spread the news and also to showcase what they have learned, and from there mentor one or two other persons under them, you will see that we have started making a better Nigeria already. So the initiative is a wonderful one, and I am fully in support of it with my full chest. Thank you very much.
Sir. Thank you very much, sir. Good to have you here. So I would quickly like to ask you, what is your take concerning the initiative?
Okay, good afternoon. It's a wonderful organization. Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria initiative has done very well for organizing such initiative of bringing young people that are computer illiterate and giving them much information, giving them knowledge, imparting on them of the number one requirement that is needed of every young person to be computer literate. It's a wonderful one. I must say that the initiative is a good one, and we want to encourage people to see how they can partner with Unveiling and Rebranding Nigeria to see that this can reach to larger number of young people in Nigeria so that they will have this knowledge of being computer literate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
My name is Shegun Mohyosen. One of the things I want to say categorically is for Unveiling Rebranding Nigeria initiative to have come up with this initiative, I think it's a noble idea. Noble idea in the sense that if a single individual had the vision to take people, out of poverty by giving them empowerment, through computer literacy, if other Nigerians out there that have been blessed could come and support this kind of initiative, I think Nigeria will get better than where we are presently. For what has happened this morning, for me, it's an unusual step that is in the right direction to help make Nigeria better. When you talk about Unveiling Rebranding Nigeria initiative, I've had an opportunity to be with them at some different points, doing different programs. But what I saw this morning blew my mind. To be able to go to the underserved communities, raise men, bring people who don't have opportunities, and bring them to a classroom where you taught them data analysis, you taught them about software development, you taught them about graphic designs, coding, and just of that without paying anything. And some people from the diaspora were able to supply and give computers, provide support to get that done. I think it's a fantastic idea. And I think what we're looking at this point, it should go beyond URNI alone. We're looking for I think what we should be looking at now, how we can get this initiative across to the government of Nigeria, both at the national level, at the sub-national level, and the local level, for them to understand exactly that what we are doing here is to make Nigeria better. Nobody is coming to make Nigeria better than we here. So if we in Nigeria have made up our mind that our country has to be good and be better than where we are presently, we need to take this initiative. So the idea is other people, other interests, other partners, should join and support URNI, to make sure that this initiative gets even to the entire, shades of the country generally, so that at least not just these few people that were brought, are touched. I know the target is about 1,000 people, but to get 1,000 people is not a big deal if you get support, partnership from different shades of the society. I think I would say kudos to the organizers of this event, and I will not say that we won't stop here, and that God Almighty is going to continue to support you. And I believe God that more partnership, will come to make sure that we get the best from what we are doing. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Unveiling and rebranding Nigeria initiative, rediscovering Nigeria by Nigerians.